Alright, I'm trying a new camera angle today. Standing up, I can move around. It's pretty great. I wanted to talk about this thing I've been thinking about more. There's a lot of people in the self-improvement space that say men live lives of quiet desperation. I don't even agree with that. I don't agree with that. Because it's not just men. It's people. Nowadays, most people live lives of quiet desperation. And I thought I'd just give some tough love to some people, because to the two people that are watching it, maybe they need to hear it. It's gonna hurt to hear, but you need to hear it. If you don't fix the big problems that you have, purposelessness, addiction to escapism, procrastination, constant distraction, poor health, if you don't fix these problems, you will never live the life that you want to live. And you will continue to live a life of quiet desperation for as long as you live. I mean, really let that settle in. If you don't grit your teeth for a while, you have to grit your teeth and tackle the big problems that you're facing. If you don't, you will end up living the life that you so badly don't want to live. It's a bit doomerish, I know, but do you really disagree? If you do disagree, please leave it in the comments. I would like to see what you have to say. I think that's interesting. But most people, they will never live the life that they want to live. They'll never be as happy as they want to be. They'll never find fulfilling relationships. They'll never make bank. And it's because they continue to run away from the big problems that they have. For me, it was constant escapism and procrastination. I tackled those problems. It took me 5 years. It took me 5 years to get to a point where I managed to break down most of it, like 80% of it. I'm trying to teach that to people on the internet now so they can make that transition in much less time. But last year September, I went to Malaysia and Singapore, right? And this was after I had managed to fix my chronic procrastination. I was still struggling a bit with procrastination. So I went to these touristy destinations. I went to Kuala Lumpur. Dude, Malaysia and Singapore are so beautiful. But I went to Kuala Lumpur, to many of the touristy areas, like the Petronas Twin Towers and stuff. There were a lot of Chinese tourists there, like a lot of Chinese tourists. And they were dudes with their wives and kids. They were people with their families. They looked pretty happy. They were probably around 10 years older than me. I can't really tell the age of these Chinese people. They age too well. It just occurred to me that if I don't really grit my teeth and fix the big problems that I'm still facing, I will never have that. I will exit the gene pool. You won't reproduce. In the book 1984, all forms of sexual expression and all forms of sex at all, the party forbids it. So everyone is full of really, really severe existential stress because they can't reproduce. And the party utilizes that for their own means. The same thing is happening to us. We're not being forbidden to have any form of sex or whatever. But what I mean to say is that we are literally the most sexless generation. And most guys are just completely unattractive to women. Most guys are completely unattractive to women. That's a big problem. And don't say, oh, I work out and whatever, I make money, I do it for me. I do it for the boys. Yeah, that's great, but you also do it for women. Don't lie to yourself. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I don't know why it's like a strange status game that guys play. It's just like, oh, I don't care about women, Sigma grind set or whatever the 12-year-olds are saying nowadays. I don't know. At some point, you're just going to have to face the pain of dealing with the big problems. And you're going to have a come to Jesus moment. You're going to look at yourself in the mirror and just look at your reflection in the eyes and tell yourself, so what am I doing? I mean, really, so what am I doing? You're going to have to do that at some point. You already know it. Why not start now? Why not start today? I hope that there's at least one person who gets up to this point in the video, turns it off, and decides, I'm going to do one small thing to improve my situation now. Because as doomerish and kind of extreme as this is to say, if you don't fix your big problems, you're going to exit the gene pool. So get started now. I think that's it. I don't know. 6 minutes. I'm going to cut down maybe half of it. Alright, to the one person or the 0 people that make it to this point in the video, what do you think? It's pretty nice, right? I get to move around. I've been working on the way I speak a bit, but it's still super monotonous. Once I get in the zone, I get in the zone, but it takes a while for that to happen.